6th grade, maybe the last video you'll see of me in the classroom, or maybe for the whole year, I'm not really sure yet, but probably. So this video is going to talk to you about marketing and advertising. So we're week 2 into Shark Tank, so by now you should have your product approved by me in your product proposal and have a really good idea of what that product you're inventing or innovating looks like physically and what it's going to do. So remember, it needs to help someone, and you should have a really good direction of where that's going. Now, when people create their product, they need a way to get it out to everybody, and that is through marketing and advertisement. So the advertisements is what you actually see and look at, and then the marketing is the job of where those ads go, what they're gonna look like, and who's gonna see them. And there are 3 components to all advertising, and we're going to talk about that today. If you would like to take notes, that's probably a good idea because there is going to be a worksheet over this material, and you're going to use one of these strategies in your ads. So every advertisement you see, which you see everywhere, they pop up in games, they're on TV, they're on billboards, they're on our phones. Logos are also advertisement. I don't think I'm wearing one right now. Maybe, I don't know, I can't see one. My purse has one. So this purse has a little logo right there. So everyone that sees that logo is like, oh, I like that purse, and now I know what it is and where to get it. So you are actually advertising for companies every day when you put on a Nike sweatshirt or your Adidas shoes or whatever it is. So all of those marketing and advertisement strategies include one specific type of I just lost my train of thought. Type of structure to it, and it's either ethos, pathos, or logos. So we're going to talk about those today so you can tell the difference. The first is ethos, which is right here. So the ethos strategy appeals to our ethics, values, and credibility. So when we see an ad, we want to know that the person who is in the advertisement is actually using it and that makes sense. For instance, if we saw a very pale person and they were marketing a tanning lotion, probably wouldn't make any sense because they're not tan. So the people that we see, we need to feel like and understand that they're using their product. So examples here are doctors. If we're looking at an Advil commercial or whatever, that's a good source. If a doctor is telling you to use it, he's an expert, we're probably going to. Post Malone for Apple. He's a musician. He probably uses Apple products. If he does, I'm going to. Tiger Woods for golf shoes. Dentists for toothpaste. We want to believe people that we respect. If we don't like someone or we don't think they're going to use the product that they're advertising, we're probably not. So ethos appeals to our ethics, values, and credibility. Our next is pathos. This is probably the most recognizable. Pathos appeals to our emotions. I'm sure you have all seen an ASPCA, the company that saves animals, basically. They want your money, and how they're going to get your money is make you cry because they're going to show dogs and cats out in the winter, freezing, starving, there's a dog with one eye in one of the commercials. It's terrible, and it makes you immediately want to dig into your wallet. It connects your emotions to your money. Another one is the Army and Marines. They make you feel something when you watch those commercials because those guys are heroes, and they make you feel patriotic, they make you feel proud, and maybe you'd have a better chance of either giving money to those causes, being more respectful for those causes, or being a military person yourself. Hallmark. Sometimes those commercials are funny, sometimes they make you cry. Don't drink and drive. Those type of advertisements show victims of those crimes. Someone who was in an accident, someone who was the person who drank and drive and hurt someone. They're appealing to your emotions. We want to feel and connect. We want to connect to our products and connect to companies, and pathos is how we do that. The last is logos. This appeals to our logical sense. It provides evidence and facts. So Verizon versus AT&T, you've probably all seen the map on the commercial. I believe both companies do this. They show a map of coverage, and they're going to show their coverage with tons of little dots and the other companies with not very many. The words 100% natural or gluten-free or GMO-free, those are facts. Progressive or State Farm or whatever, saving money. This person saved this amount of money. It gives us a realistic, concrete idea. You can save this amount of dollars with this company. Gatorade, performance ingredients. Gatorade could also kind of appeal to our ethos. If you have someone like LeBron James going to get a drink after he's practicing, I could believe that. And I want to get Gatorade and perform like LeBron James. And they also talk about those ingredients that are in the drink to help you perform better. So these, we want evidence and we want to understand. So give me numbers, give me evidence and facts that tell me what this product is going to do for me. So those are our 3 marketing strategies. Hopefully you can incorporate one into your product, because remember, at the end of the day, you are going to create a pitch and an advertisement for your classmates. And we need to appeal to either their emotions, their factual, logical sense, or their credibility, showing ethics and values. So make sure you understand those 3, and you're going to do a little exercise today with those after you watch some commercials. So I wanted to kind of fast forward to the end of your product or the project and make sure you understand what that looks like. In your packets last week that you picked up, and I have more copies if you need them, you probably got a visual display sheet, and that's for your drawing. You don't have to submit that to me. I do have to see it on your video though. So what we're gonna do is set up Zoom times for next week. You will all present through Zoom. If you are a paper copy person and you can't get on the internet, we will arrange something else, but I think that doesn't apply to most of you. So I'm gonna fill up Zoom times for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and you are going to do your pitch to your classmates, just like we would in the classroom. This is what we did last year. So you should have that drawing to hold up and explain. So this is my trash compactor, this is where you put the trash, this is whatever. You should be able to explain to us so we can see what your product actually looks like, and then you're gonna be giving us your pitch. So that is your commercial. And you should be writing that in your pitch proposal, I think that's what I called it. Planning your pitch, persuasive speech to the sharks. And that takes you step by step. You're gonna have an introduction or hook. Remember, the hook grabs your reader's attention. Hey, do you have a problem with plaque and tartar on your teeth? I do. Let me tell you how to fix it. So that grabs us right away. Or a fact, 95% of people who brush their teeth don't get all of the plaque. There's a factual representation for you. So you should have something that grabs our attention right away. And then you're gonna talk about your product. You're going to persuade your investors. Why should we invest in your company? And then have your conclusion, and we'll allow time for questions. So as you are pitching your product, everyone in your class will have little logs and be able to write notes about your pitch, and then you will all have $100,000, and you get to decide where it goes. At the end of our pitches, I will see who had the most money invested, and that will be our top shark. We're doing 6A and 6B separately, just so we're not on Zoom forever. To get through all of us together would be a little bit more difficult. I'll record them, so if you want to look at 6Bs if you're in 6A or vice versa, or show your parents or grandparents, you can do that, but we're gonna stick to our home rooms for that. So just a little look forward. What you're doing this week is your marketing and your advertising. Make sure it looks really good. The presentation is the majority of your points. Your points are not equated to whether people invest in your product. You could have no one invest in your product and still get an A. That is kind of just for fun. And to see what was effective, it is not part of your grade. The money, your pitch to everyone is. That part will be graded. So as you have questions, please reach out. Next week is our last week of school, so we're almost done. That's really exciting for some of you. It's kind of sad for some of us too, but we have all summer to regroup, hopefully heal a little bit from the craziness going on, and start fresh in the fall. So please power through, do your hardest, best work, because this is it. Next week is our pitches and a final vocab quiz, and that's all for me. You won't have 5 days of work because you'll be finished after we're done with the pitches. So make sure you power through. We are almost done. Hold on until the end. You guys have been doing an awesome job. I'm so proud of you. Just hold on. We are almost there. Remember, if you have questions, please reach out to me. I can't wait to see all of your pitches. Bye, guys.